Stampers Kim from stampingimperfection.com. Welcome to my craft room. I wanted to share with you a card that I'm making for this week's Paper Craft Crew Sketch Challenge. You can find the sketch at papercraftcrew.com. And for this week's sketch challenge, which goes up on Wednesday, I guess that's the 26th of March, I'm using two stamp sets. I'm using the So Very Grateful stamp set, and this is a new stamp set that I just got. It's from the Occasions catalog, the 2014 Occasions catalog. It's available for sale until the end of May. Then I'm going to use the 1,000,001 stamp set. It's got two fabulous sentiments in it, and this is in the annual catalog, so you can get that out of the regular big catalog. Those are the two stamp sets that I'm going to use today. Now, the card starts with, I'm using a pistachio pudding card base, and I've cut that at 4 1/4 by 11. I scored it at 5 1/2, and I folded it 5 1/2 using my bone folder. So I've started with that. Then I have a piece of smoky slate cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to put that down on top. And I have a piece of the Sweet Sorbet Designer Series paper cut at 3 by 4 inches. And this is what has determined my color scheme for today. All of the colors are the colors in the paper. And those colors are listed on the back of the package when you get it, so you know exactly what colors those are. Okay, so that's going to determine my color scheme. Now, this paper is free until March 31st when you place an order online at mystampingstore.com. For every $50 of product that you purchase, that's before shipping and handling, you get to choose one free celebration item. There are 12 items you can choose from, and one of them is a package of Designer Series paper, and the patterns are beautiful, as you can see. So that paper you can get for free until March 31st. After March 31st, it goes away, so if that's something you like, you might want to consider making an online purchase of $50 or more at mystampingstore.com. Now, if you purchase $100, you get to pick two free items. It's one free item for every $50 you spend. I have a piece of basic black cardstock cut at 3 by 3 3/4, and then a piece of Whisper White cut at 2 7/8 by 3 5/8 that I'm going to place right on top of there. So let me put this together. Okay, so I'm going to start by taking the pistachio pudding, and I always use my glue sticks. Let me find one that's open here. So I'm just going to add the Sweet Sorbet Designer Series paper in one of my favorite patterns. In like a month, I've used an entire pack of Designer Series paper. I love this paper so much. And this is just one of the patterns that you get. It's amazing. And as you can see, the papers are two-sided, so I just glued that onto the end like that, and I'm going to glue both of these. I'm not using any ribbon or anything. The sketch doesn't call for anything. I could always add, with sketches are just a guide. I could add ribbon if I wanted to cover up where those two papers meet. I could add a little piece of ribbon there, or anything else that might cover up that, but I don't mind that line there where the papers meet. Now, I haven't gotten this on there very straight, but it'll be good enough. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Whisper White, and I'm going to stamp my image from the So Very Grateful set. And I decided I wanted this to be kind of subtle. Pool Party is one of the colors in the Sweet Sorbet paper, so I'm going to ink up my stamp in Pool Party ink. I'm going to do it upside down so I can kind of see what I'm doing. And I think I want it stamped like this. Now this, of course, would be a gorgeous image to watercolor, but I wanted to keep my card pretty quick and simple. So I'm going to take it like that. I'm going to give that a minute to dry. And then I'm going to take my 1,000,001 Thanks. I'm going to use my StazOn ink, and again, I'll ink it from the back, and I just re-inked my StazOn, so it's nice and goopy, but that also means that I have to be careful not to rock it or over-ink things. And I'm going to just stamp this hopefully fairly straight. If I wanted it to be perfect, I would use my Stampin' Majig right in the center, just like that. Oh, I like the way that looks. And again, I'll give that a minute to dry. Now the sketch calls for these little banners along the bottom. And again, I've punched out 5 different banners: Summer Starfruit, Crisp Cantaloupe, Pool Party, Basic Black, and Pistachio Pudding. All of these are colors in this Sweet Sorbet paper. And to punch them out, I've used the banner punch. This is another free item that you can get from Celebration. If you place a $50 order online at mystampingstore.com, this is one of the free Celebration items you can get until March 31st. So I got that for free. So I'm going to take this sentiment that's dry now, and I'm going to just put it on the black mat. Hopefully center it better than I centered my mat on my card. Now the sketch calls for these little banners to attach at the bottom here. So I'm going to take my glue dots, and I'm just going to put a glue dot on each one and then just attach it along the bottom. And I could vary the length, which is probably what I'll do, because I'm probably not going to be very good about getting them exactly even. So I'm not even going to try to get them exactly even. So I'll make them different lengths. So now I'm going to just put this on the card. It looks like it should go about here from the sketch. Now, the sketch also calls for a little word bubble. So I'm going to use the thank you from the So Very Grateful set. I'm going to use the thank you, and I'm going to stamp this onto a piece of Whisper White with my Stays-On ink. Just like that. Then I'm going to punch this out, or actually I'm going to use my Big Shot and some framelits. So I've got my magnetic platform, I've got one of my cutting pads, I'm going to put my stamped image down, which is my sentiment, and I've got the word bubble framelits. These are in the Occasions catalog. They'll be available till the end of May. They're a lot of fun. I've picked this one, and then I'm going to put my cutting pad down, and I'll send this through the Big Shot. So when I'm all done, I end up with something that looks like this. Now the sketch calls for that to go up there, and I'm going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals because I want to pop this up and give it some dimension. So I'll put 2 dimensionals on the back, just like this. Put it up in the corner, and now it also calls for 3 little things down here. So I've used another punch. This is the flower from the Itty Bitty Punch Pack, and I punched out 1 flower from each of the colors, and I'm thinking that I will probably just use 3 of them. So again, another glue dot, and I'll place these over here on the edge, just like this. Just like that. And now I'm going to slide that around. Rhinestones, and I'm going to put a rhinestone in the middle of each one of these little flowers. So I'm going to use one of the littler rhinestones. This is my paper piercer. I use my paper piercer constantly, almost never for piercing. Even with templates, I don't seem to get that very straight. I like picking the rhinestones and the pearls and stuff up with this. I can slide it under and get the glue dot off the paper, and then I can place it. I place it right where I want to, and it just slides right off. I'm going to put a couple extra little rhinestones in here. Just for fun. And then it also calls for 3 little elements along the side. So I decided I wanted to add some pool party candy dots. So I'm just going to put those down the side like this. And probably could have done a better job getting my objects a little straighter on this card, but there's my card for this week's Papercraft Cruise card sketch. So check out my blog at stampingimperfection.com. If you're not on my mailing list, make sure you sign up for my mailing list to get free tutorials. I give you special deals sometimes on classes, online classes that I have, like notice of the sales that Stampin' Up! Is having, and so forth. So sign up for my mailing list at stampingimperfection.com. Thanks very much for watching.